What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Double Dribble. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about Paolo Banchero and one of the issues that he is currently having right now that doesn't involve his playing of basketball, that might hinder his draft stock or leave some serious questions for NBA GMs or scouts when looking at him as a prospect and seeing where you'd like to take him in this year's upcoming NBA draft. Before we get into the video, I just want to quickly say, if you're a fan of basketball, whether it be high school, college, or the NBA, make sure to hit the subscribe button, join the conversation. And we love interacting with you guys in the comment section, so make sure you leave those all down below. Make sure you hit the like button on this video, share it with your friends, and let's get right into the video. So today, like I said, I want to talk about Paolo Banchero and an issue that he's currently having that is being talked a lot about recently. I just want to give my opinions on it, my thoughts on if it weighs much consideration going into this year's NBA draft, and where he will go in this year's draft. So Paolo is currently top draft pick, prospect. He's going to be top 3 for sure. If it's not one or two, really the main prospects are between him and Chet. And seeing who's going to go number 1, but he's going to be a top 3 draft pick in this year's NBA draft. And he's having a serious, kind of health concern right now, or health issue that is kind of hindering him on the court a little bit. Like I said, it has nothing to do with him playing wise, but it's like a health issue that I just want to give my thoughts on about. So Paolo, some of you guys have probably seen this or heard of this, but he is having issues with cramping. These crampings have caused him to miss significant time during both games against Kentucky and Gonzaga. I believe he had to miss some time in the Ohio State game as well due to cramping. But for sure, the Kentucky and Gonzaga game, he had to leave the floor, go back to the locker room, and even get an IV to help alleviate the problems of his cramping and not being able to stay on the floor. It was said that too, the team doctors and stuff did a sweat test on him, and they found out that he loses approximately 7 pounds per game just from sweating so much. As a result of this, the sports science medicine department at Duke is having him drink an oxygenated fluid that is supposed to help him not have to leave the floor due to cramps, not have to get an IV put in during these high intense games where you really can't have him missing any time. And like I said, he's already had to leave 2 really important games, leave the floor. Against Gonzaga, it really hurt him in the second half because he missed a lot of time. He only scored 2 points in the whole half. Luckily, they were able to hold on to that game and pull out that win. But he kind of went nuts in the first half. Was doing whatever he wanted to do, scoring the ball, and then in the second half, the cramps really got to him and made him miss a lot of time, and had to even leave and go get an IV in the locker room. So he's really been having a lot of issues with this cramping concern, his cramping issue, and losing 7 pounds per game is really nothing to take lightly either. So despite all this, Paolo is still having a great season. His freshman season, through 8 games, he's averaging 17.8 points per game, 7.3 rebounds per game, 1.9 assists. And he's shooting 50% from the field and 33% from the three-point line on 3.4 attempts per game. And he's also shooting 84% from the free throw line, so that's extremely good to see. So, nonetheless, Paolo Banchero is having a great freshman year and is showing why he is a top prospect for this year's upcoming NBA draft. So now I just want to kind of talk about, is this a concern, a major concern, or a big issue that NBA scouts or GMs should really be looking into? I personally don't think it is the biggest concern. I think that by the end of this year at Duke, you won't even hear this problem anymore. I think with the sports science departments or team doctors that they have, I think they're going to easily be able to figure out this issue and stop this from happening in the near future. They said that he didn't have any issue with this in high school or AAU or anything like that. It's kind of just started now at the college level because games are a lot more intense. He's having to play a lot more minutes, and just the intensity and the strain it's taking on his body is kind of causing this issue. So since he has no really past issues with this cramping, I think that the doctors, the sport and science departments, all that stuff, that they have available to them at Duke, I think they're gonna be able to take care of this. And I think by the end of the season that we're gonna have no concerns about this. We're not even gonna kind of remember that it happened. But also at the same time, as a GM or someone looking to draft their future star, the player that's going to try to change their team and change the program, I guess you could say, and turn them into a winning team in the NBA. I think there is a little bit of concern or weight that needs to be taken into it. The fact that he's losing 7 pounds per game, he's having to miss significant minutes and super important minutes due to this cramping or issues of needing to go back to the locker room and get IVs. I think there should be a little bit taken into account here and should be monitored, but like I said, I think by the end of the year that's going to be easily taken care of. I don't think we'll even hear about it anymore. And even if it is still an issue, the doctors and all the resources that NBA teams have available to them, I think that they would be able to really get the situation under control and get it figured out on why he loses so much weight during games and has all these cramping issues. But really just want to talk about that, give my kind of opinions on that, if that's going to hinder him at all. Like I said, I don't think it will. I think he's still going to be a number 1 or number 2 draft pick in this year's NBA draft. And if he goes number 2, I don't think it's going to be because of the cramping issue or anything like that. But I just want to hear from all you guys in the comment section down below. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this. Your thoughts on him losing 7 pounds per game, missing minutes in big games due to the cramping. Just leave all that in the comment section down below. We'll be sure to respond to it all. Make sure to hit the like button on this video, hit the subscribe button, share this video with your friends, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.